Gabi Laszinger, I'm really glad to talk to you right now. You are sitting in America, I'm in Germany, and at your place there was just a few hours ago Thanksgiving.
Absolutely,
I'm
yes.
not wrong, and that brings me to the point um, that your life changed actually when you began to go into service for children in Nepal. And there's a history. It began 20 years ago when you were on your journey for self-discovering, how to say.
Yeah,
And it's about 9 years ago that you got, in Germany, we call it Bundesdienstkreuz. That's some kind of award from the German government, so to speak, the highest award for private persons. And for your work, you got it 20 years, happy children, helping children in Nepal.
yeah.
Now, you are a speaker nearby Tony Robbins, and I don't want to talk anymore because I would like to hear your story.
Yeah, I am so blessed and I'm so privileged to speak with you. So thank you so much for having me and giving me the opportunity to tell my story a little bit. A long story short is that I was soul searching. I was working as a medium, with energies. I was a coach. I was a trainer giving workshops in energy work and intuition. And actually, I could have felt absolutely satisfied and happy because I reached everything I wanted to. I come from a very poor background. I was born in Yugoslavia. I was at that time one of the poorest countries in Europe. And when I reached what I wanted to reach, I was not fulfilled. Guess what? Stupid thing. And I was soul searching. I went to India. It was more than interesting, but I didn't find what I was looking for. Instead, in Nepal, where I ended afterwards, as a backpacker, I found starving children in the slums. And this moment changed my whole life. I never wanted to do something like that. So I never planned it. I really went to search for myself and to find myself. And suddenly, when I saw these children, it was this absolutely magical moment where I have forgotten the whole world. I have forgotten about all my problems. I have forgotten about all my needs and wishes and wants. I only saw this, not even an opportunity. How can I put that in word? I felt that God has put me exactly there. God has given me all these problems. God has given me all this depression before to end up at this place. And I thought, I just can't board the plane again. I just can't fly away because my values were always very high. And I thought, I can't talk about spirituality and I can't talk about a good human being and soul and everything when I just board the plane and I go away and I just say, okay, what can I do about that? I feel so sorry for all these starving children, but I go back. And, I thought, I
Mhm.
imagine myself sitting in the plane eating my packets of peanuts and thinking, yeah, well, I'm just the poor little girl trying to find herself, and I just can't change anything anyway in the world. And that was the beginning, actually, of Happy Children. This is how our organization is called. And I promised these children, not with my word, but with my heart, I promised them to help them. And this is what I have done because nobody else did. In the land of karma, it's such a spiritual country, but it is just karma that they are on the street and they are starving. So why to help?
Yeah.
And I thought, no, that can't be my truth. And so I just did it, and one came after the other. And this is what it is today: 2 orphanages or 2 children homes with 200 children. And we are also feeding other children, some 100 children outside the homes, or paying for their schools. So it is about 500 children we are feeding, every day. And we made the impossible possible.
Mhm.
I don't know how, but it's just absolute certainty that it has to happen. And in this moment, I didn't think about myself anymore at that time. It was not that I'm doubting myself. It was not that I'm that small little girl from the past. I needed to make it happen. And this certainty is actually, I find, a gift of life that we have to dig out again, in our lives, and not to think I'm so insignificant, I'm so small, I'm so nobody. No, use the gift of your life to do good.
So the ending story of your self-discovery journey was not finding yourself, but
Yeah,
finding yourself in going into service for someone else.
absolutely, absolutely, in the service of others. And by being there for others and giving to others, I gave to myself. I would do it again. I would never ever want to change the past, although it was a hard lesson. I mean, it was a lot of hardship. So it's not about, yeah, I decided to help and everything was fine, like a fine fairy tale. It was a story of much disappointment, much mistrust. It was a story of threatened to be killed many times. It was a story of the Civil War, earthquakes. So it was absolutely not that nice thing about, yeah, I'm helping. And, now I'm looking back all these years, everything went so fine. There were many tears. But I promised, no, just deep inside my heart, I promised it, and I never ever gave up. And that made me to the person I am today. And I am actually so grateful to these children. It's not just that I help them or I help them. I am so grateful that I was able to grow into the person I am today.
Mhm.
So they did actually more for me than I did for them.
And today you are a keynote speaker, and you are in the surrounding of Tony Robbins, who actually had a similar experience, that in his, so to speak, darkest moment, when he had no
Yeah.
money at all, he found a crying child who wanted to give a present to his mother, if I'm not wrong. And
Yeah,
he
I think it was in a restaurant.
in
Yeah.
the restaurant, yeah,
Yeah.
gave his last dollars,
Yeah. Yeah.
and so that this child could afford to buy a present
For his mother, I
for
think
his
that was
mother.
his story. Yeah. A beautiful story. Yeah.
Very similar. And I just would like to mention, in this Beyond Limits sermon, there is a guy
Yeah.
from Gambia who
Yeah.
crossed over the Mediterranean,
Mm-hmm.
and during his first trial, the boat began to sink. It was a rubber boat.
Okay.
And half of the people died next to him.
Oh my God.
And in this moment, he had a
Mm-hmm.
certainty that he will survive.
Mm-hmm.
And in this feeling, he said he was so sure, he was so relaxed, that he began
Mm-hmm.
to help others to survive. So
Oh
he
wow.
didn't
Mm-hmm.
think about himself,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
but
Yeah.
he had the power to be for the others. And that
Yeah.
gave
Yeah.
him also the power
Yeah.
to survive.
Yeah. Yes. I can relate to that very much. Yeah.
And that's
Yeah.
touching, your story and those of others.
Yeah.
So your motto is just do it, don't talk.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Well,
Just do it.
I would like to invite those who are listening to us to help your project. Of course, we spoke 20 minutes before in German about donations, and that of course you will be happy and your children will be happy. And we talked about that it's finally not only about money, but it's actually so important to look around to the environment next to you. That a little gesture, a little touching hand, a smile which you can give to a person that might change.
Absolutely.
The
That's
world.
your contribution. Yeah. So it's really not about the money, that people are saying, I need to be okay first, and then I can look after somebody else. And give yourself tons of self-love, and then I can love somebody else. Well, it's not my experience. I experience that I find myself through others. I find myself through the help, through others. And sometimes I had doubts because so many books and so many seminars are talking about that, first you and then the others. And then I thought, did I do all wrong? My God, did God he wanted something else with me, and I just didn't understand what he wanted. But now I am so satisfied just with myself that in the way of, no, I did not have very, very much self-love, but I found it, through the others. And it makes me just incredibly happy when I see that it is possible through a small gesture to change somebody's life. Through a small gesture, you can make somebody happy or to encourage somebody and to show that we are one. We are just one. I mean, this is all about we are one.
Yeah, there's also Warfield Moose, a Lakota medicine man, who will take part in the summit. And he speaks about this word, it, mitakoyeo yasin.
Oh, yes, yes.
All related.
Yeah, we are. And I think that we can see it more. We should see it more. And nothing can stop us to be there for each other. Of course, we can take care of ourselves too, but just be there for each other, and it doesn't cost you a penny. It doesn't cost you a penny to be kind. Not one penny, not even $1, just to be kind. And this is this motto or the slogan according to what I would like to live and continue to live, and see other people really to live.
Gabi, I think that was a wonderful word at the end. It doesn't cost a penny to be kind.
Yeah.
I'm really glad that we had this spontaneous talk.
I'm glad too. Yeah, we made it happen. We made it possible. Yeah.
We just did it, didn't we?
Yeah, we did.
So I wish you a good time where you are.
You too. Thank you so much. I wish you a good time too, and a wonderful work. Please continue.
Yeah. And greetings to Tony Robbins, by the way. And your children.
My children. Yeah, my children. Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much.
See you. Bye.
See you. Bye. Bye.